Folks, all of this started on a complete and total whim. I had been watching Imperialism videos for a couple weeks, months kind of, and I looked at the maps they were making and I said, hey, if I sat down and took a day, I could probably make my own map with resizable logos and proper colors and everything, and I could do my own version of Imperialism. And if I started right now, I could do one episode per day and stay in lockstep with the actual college football season and go through the entire 5-month process. So, on a complete and total whim, I decided to take 13 consecutive hours, except for 1 hour to go get dinner, and construct the map you see before you, except for Toledo, who was eliminated in the first episode before I got this screenshot. But this is the map I made. It took a lot of work, and it took a lot of commitment to get through this moment, to go live almost every single day unless I had something else going on in my life. But I told myself, I'm like, on days when you're available, on days when it's possible for you to do an episode, whether you have a dissociative headache, whether you're mad at the world, whether you really should be working on finishing the second draft of your musical, just go live and stay on schedule and finish the job. And now look at where we are right now. I'm going to do this and do this. We are here at the Imperialism National Championship with Michigan and Texas remaining. These two teams that have been on the warpath this whole time, they faced off twice. Michigan won the first time, Texas won the second time, and now they are here in the Natty to battle once again. But before we get to that episode, we got to give out some end of season awards. And I'm going to look up the names of these awards so I can get it right. Let's see. I already picked them all, but I forgot the names. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we're going to go position by position first, and then we'll get to the Heisman at the end. So, the award for Best Quarterback, the Davey O'Brien Award, I believe is the proper name, the National Quarterback Award, is going to go to Diego Pavia of Vanderbilt, who had an insane 5-game run earlier on this tournament, stretching throughout many different eras of this tournament. He ended up completing 108 passes out of 129 for 1,321 yards, 14 touchdowns, and no picks, averaging over 10 yards per attempt. He was the reason Vanderbilt got that far. They had a couple decent receivers, decent running back, a defense that played hard, but that team was playing over its overall rating every time it stepped on the field. And they beat Alabama in a crazy double overtime game, and that's really where Diego Pavia earned this award. Now we have the Doak Walker Award for Best Running Back, which, to the surprise of no one, is going to go to Donovan Edwards. I mean, look at his stats. 409 carries, almost 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 51 broken tackles, 700 yards after contact. He had, I think, the longest touchdown run of anybody in all of Imperialism with an 84-yard run against Ohio State, and he was constantly the reason that Michigan was able to beat all the teams they were able to take down in this tournament. He was just a machine for Michigan. For the Fred Biletnikoff Award for Best Wide Receiver, we are going to go in a late switch. It was going to be Luther Burden this whole time, but then Isaiah Bond took the award right at the end with his incredible efforts, especially against Michigan. 50 catches, 1,037 yards, 9 touchdowns, 500 yards after contact, a bunch of deep ball touchdowns. I gave him some flack this year. I thought his effort in real life was not going to be good, but his effort in the video game could never be questioned. He constantly made himself available as the best and most talented target for Quinn Ewers and brought Texas to this point. So he gets the Biletnikoff Award for Best Wide Receiver. Then we have the John Mackey Award for Outstanding Tight End, which will go to Colston Loveland. It didn't look like he was going to win this award, but he came on late as Michigan was getting constantly attacked from every single side, and he was the reliable and unstoppable target that Alex Orji needed. 71 catches, 852 yards, 9 touchdowns, whole bunch of yards up to contact. He had a 37-yard touchdown at one point. He was just consistent, doing exactly what a tight end needed to do in order to give Michigan the 20 different victories they had in this tournament. Best O-line award we will also give to Michigan because it's just standard. You kind of have to. A lot of these awards are going to go to Michigan, but that just makes sense. Let's see. There is the Bronco Nagurski Award for Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to treat this as kind of the Defensive Line Award because there's also a linebacker award. I think there's a defensive back award too. So this is going to be the Defensive Line Award. And that is going to go to Josiah Stewart from Michigan, who had 52 tackles for loss and 39 sacks. We are going to honor Mason Graham later. You'll see it. Don't worry. But Josiah Stewart, I mean, his just ferocious nature in the pass rush to constantly harass any quarterback that was back there was really, really admirable. Also had a pass defense, a forced fumble, and a safety. He was just like a ferocious force off the edge every single play for Michigan. So he gets the Bronco Nagurski Award. Then we go to the Dick Butkus Award for Outstanding Linebacker. And I thought about giving it to Jayshawn Barham, and he really has had an incredible season. But I'm going to go back to Vanderbilt for this one and then do one more honorable mention. Vanderbilt is going to get the Dick Butkus Award for Langston Patterson. Where is it? There he is. He had 6 tackles for loss and a sack, 3 pass breakups, and a forced fumble and a recovery. He was just kind of everywhere Vanderbilt needed to be when they had big plays that needed to be made. And then the honorable mention we are going to have is going to be for Dominic Moon for Western Michigan. He only played 1 game, but they had a goal line stand against Notre Dame where he had 4 consecutive tackles for loss on the 1 to keep Notre Dame at bay. It was incredible to watch. They ended up losing the game, but I have to give Dominic Moon some flowers because that was the single best defensive performance that I've seen in this entire tournament. It was unreal. Also, shout out to South Carolina's Demetrius Knight Jr., who also had a very good tournament. 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 2 picks, 3 pass breakups. It was a great tournament for him. And then the Jim Thorpe Award for Best Defensive Back can only really go to one player. One quick honorable mention, though, to SMU for Deuce Harmon, who had an interception and 7 pass breakups in just 3 games. Really great effort from him, but it has to go to Will Johnson from Michigan. I mean, it's undeniable. 2 tackles for loss, 10 interceptions for 139 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 22 pass breakups in 20 games. He has more than lived up to the billing. He deserves to be taken as high as possible in next April's draft. We'll see him when he gets there. Best Kicker Award is going to go to Dominic Zvada. Just goes without saying. He's been almost unbeatable. 37 of 40, a 61 long, 167 total points, 1 game winner, several more go-ahead kicks right at the end of the game. He's been just exactly what you'd want from a kicker. And of course, the Heisman Trophy will go to Mason Graham, a defensive tackle winning the award because really, he deserves it. 60 tackles for loss, 17.5 sacks, 3 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles, 1 recovery for 6 return yards, and 2 safeties. But the reason he's getting this award is that if you go back and look at every single Michigan game that happened, Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant just tag teamed to completely eliminate the run game for every single team, regardless of how good they were. Regardless of their offensive line rating or how good the running back was, Michigan eliminated the run game and forced their opponents to play entirely through the pass. And Mason Graham was a huge reason why. He just destroyed interior blocking on almost every single play. 60 tackles for loss speak for themselves, but he had so many other tackles for no gain or short yardage plays. He was truly unstoppable. So for that reason, Mason Graham is your Heisman Trophy Award winner for Imperialism. And now those awards are out of the way, it is time for the end. Michigan versus Texas, the national championship. Only 2 teams remain. It's going to be in a neutral venue, but this will decide who the home team will be for this game. So let's shuffle and get going. On the season finale of Imperialism, the last team is Michigan. They finally get landed on. The wheel finally stops. And we're not going to do the stuff where they could like dodge. We're just going to say that Michigan will be the road team here. Texas will be the home team. Let's get this going. So, it's going to be Michigan on the road, and it'll be Texas at home in Atlanta. Setting them both up. Let's make sure we have the uniforms ready to go. It's going to be Michigan in their home uniform, as they have been for essentially this entire tournament. And then Texas will also be in their home uniform. So we have that up and ready. Now we will go to the national championship in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This will be a 6 p.m. kickoff. Or should we go 8? Let's go 8 p.m. because I think that's when the championship actually happens. So here we go. This is the Natty. This is what we've been waiting for. It is time to crown an Imperialism national champion. This is who it was always going to be. These two teams had their shared struggles. They went through the gauntlet to get here. Michigan winning the Big Ten championship after winning 20 games, including against almost every single major contender in the college football playoff, including Texas, who they've already beaten once. And Texas has won 9 games to get here themselves. They're incredibly talented, so much defensive skill, so much electrifying power on the offensive side of the ball. And now they will battle in Atlanta with everything on the line. Michigan versus Texas. I'm going to pull up the chat because it looks like we've got people watching right now. There we go. National championship. There we go. The winner should play UMD. That's fantastic. All right. Welcome to the broadcast. Michigan will kick off. Texas will receive. And we are underway in Atlanta. Matthew Golden takes it out to the 18-yard line. And here comes Quinn Ewers in Texas. One last time. Technically, Michigan did earn an extra life right at the end. But because they've already played each other twice, like, we're just going to end the tournament right here. Because that is how college football is decided. One game to decide everything. Ewers fakes the handoff, rolls out, avoids the pressure, throws deep, and it's going to be caught by Matthew Golden. Now, the big question is, will we have the turbo offense we had in their second game? Because that's really what swung things. And I don't think we will because the play clock's running right here. It wouldn't be running if we were just going to show the replay. So I think we're in a standard mode for this game. And here we go. Michigan lines up their defense. Quinn Ewers lines up in the shotgun. He's going to send Isaiah Bond in motion. Now he fakes the handoff. They want to go deep again. He fires. That's going to be intercepted on the second play of the game. Jayshon Barham picks it off to the 30. 25 down to the 20-yard line. Michigan. Their defense is the reason they're here, and they come up with a massive play. Jayshon Barham's like, oh, you don't want to give me the Dick Butkus Award after I did everything for this team? Well, screw you. Well, Jayshon, I mean, you're a Maryland transfer. That's honestly one of the big reasons why I didn't give you the award, is because you left Maryland. But you're getting your flowers now. Congratulations on a great season, Jayshon Barham. And you just might have given Michigan a huge advantage in this ball game. Let's see if oh shoot, we got to change the depth chart here. Let's change over the quarterback. It's got to be Alex Orji, not Davis Warren. We're just going to have to watch one play here for Donovan Edwards. Warren is going to have to throw here. He launches to the end zone. No. Yeah, that tracks. So we're going to bring Alex Orji into the game because he is the only quarterback that can really lead Michigan to the promised land. There we go. Back on a regular, we're going to have to do one play here. Very consequential play for Michigan, but we'll just give it over to Donovan Edwards just to have a pretty standard play, as we have every single time in this tournament. Edwards goes up the middle. It's a good run to make it 3rd and 5. So we go back to regular sim. Here's Alex Orji on 3rd and 5. Texas stacking the box, looking to stop the run. But Orji will throw to the end zone. Knocked away by Jahdae Barron. Another fantastic corner who is definitely a Jim Thorpe finalist. He had a 97-yard pick six in a game that Texas absolutely had to have. And he looks like he's going to force a 30-yard field goal for Michigan here. And it will be that. Dominic Zvada will come on to kick another field goal for the Wolverines. Snap, hold, kick is good. And Michigan takes an early 3-0 lead after intercepting Quinn Ewers on the second play of the game. Those types of turnovers, those crazy plays, are what really swings the matchup in between two very skilled teams. And I should know, I am a Ravens fan who just watched the Ravens turn the ball over 3 times against the Bills. I get it. We also forgot to crack the Dr. Pepper, so let me do that real quick. Got to get one more in there. All right. So here comes the kickoff for Michigan. Texas will get it back, and hopefully they can avoid making some more catastrophic mistakes here. There goes the return by Matthew Golden up to the 20-yard line. And now Texas will get started once again. Ewers hands it off to Blue, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. Guess who? The Heisman Trophy winner, Mason Graham, making the stop for Michigan. They're going to look to shut down the run game once again to try and secure their national championship here. Ewers fakes the handoff, rolls away from the pressure, throws short to Contravion Wisner, who tries to get away from Makari Page, but Page is able to make a fantastic stop there to force 3rd and 4. Big moment here for Texas. They find themselves down 3-0. They would give Michigan the ball in great field position if they don't convert this 3rd down right here. Ewers steps out in the empty set. Josiah Stewart ready to attack. Ewers throws quickly, wide open DeAndre Moore Jr. It's another 1st down for Texas. My voice is a little dead. I had a 2-hour rehearsal yesterday and then watched the Eagles and the Ravens in playoff games back to back. So I'm not going to be able to get to my normal speaking tenor today, but that's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. All right, 1st and 10 from the 36. Ewers fakes the handoff under pressure from Houseman, but throws it short to Blue to pick up 5 yards. Very intelligent roll away by Ewers. Looks like he is ready to face this very difficult Michigan pass rush. If that was Stewart there, that's definitely a sack, but it looked like Stewart had dropped back into cover to try and cover that play. Instead, it was Ernest Houseman providing the pressure for Michigan. They fake the handoff to Blue. Ewers throws short to Gunnar Helm. That didn't really do much. Jayshon Barham sniffed that out from the beginning. And it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 38-yard line for Texas. They've been finding some success with those short yardage plays, but they kind of have to throw it a little bit farther in order for it to have any significant impact here. 3rd and 7 for Texas. Ewers throws. There's going to be a flag on Texas. I think it's going to be holding. The pass is incomplete anyway, so this is going to be a punt. It's George O'Neal called for the hold, and now it's 4th and 7. Texas will punt away, and Michigan has a chance to take full control of this national championship. Samaj Morgan will return the kick, but not for very long. 138 episodes of this, we haven't seen a single punt return touchdown, and I don't think that's going to change today. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. They're going to reverse it to Tyler Morris, and number 33, David Gbenda's there to completely erase that play in the backfield. Fantastic run by Gbenda, just not getting fooled by any facet of that play and shutting down the reverse before it could get started. 2nd and 13 now for Michigan. They give it to Donovan Edwards, and there is Anthony Hill Jr. to shut that play down. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 29-yard line for Michigan. Texas looking to stand strong defensively and keep this game close. They cannot send the Natty to Super Sim. I don't think I will regardless because I want this game to go full length. Morris goes in motion to try and get a better matchup. Orgy drops back. Going to scramble. They don't have a spy. Huge mistake by the Texas defense. And you have to hope they're able to change that going forward. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 43 for the Wolverines as they just keep marching forward. Big mistake by, I believe that was Malik Muhammad there, who just could not stay with his man. Or it might have been Gavin Holmes, I'm not sure. 1st and 10 now for Michigan. Orgy to Edwards. Edwards tries to find some space, but Texas is able to shut that one down. Number 18, Leona Leafau is the main guy there to end that play for the Longhorns. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 47. Here comes the Michigan offensive line once again. Alex Orgy lines up under center. They're looking to establish the run game and assert their dominance. But instead, Orgy is sacked. Number 40, Darion Gillette, is able to make the stop for the Texas Longhorns, making it 3rd and 12 now for Texas. He's a true freshman, going right by Colston Loveland and the right tackle, bouncing off players before eventually bouncing right into Alex Orgy to make the stop, and now it's 3rd and long. We'll see if they once again leave a wide open middle for Orgy to scramble right through. Let's see if they do that. No spy. Orgy wants to scramble. He breaks the tackle, throws, and that is a boneheaded decision right there. He had a lane going to the right, but instead he decided to turn across his body and just throw out of bounds to avoid a sack, even though nobody was close to him. Really bad play for Michigan, and now Texas will get an opportunity to take the lead on offense. Here comes Charlie Mentzer to punt the ball away for Michigan. Or it might be somebody else. It might be somebody who's not listed on their roster. I don't know. Fair catch to the 15, and Texas gets started once again. Ewers in the shotgun. He drops back under immediate pressure and cannot connect on the screen. They got their wires crossed there. Michigan brought an all-out blitz and completely neutralized 1st down. So now Texas is behind schedule, 2nd down. They're going to have to make some magic happen here to get this drive going. Second and 10. Ewers fakes the blue. Great block by the offensive lineman. Amari Neblock gets free for a 1st down. Yeah, Texas's O-line right there is what saved that play, because Mason Graham was flying in like a bat out of hell, and he got completely neutralized right in the middle of the field, which means that Texas gets a 1st down to their backup tight end, and they get to keep going. The fake. Ewers throws deep. Does he have a man down there? It's intercepted. Will Johnson taking it just past midfield. A 2nd pick for Quinn Ewers. And he is folding under pressure at the worst possible time. He threw it right into double coverage. Will Johnson was just roaming free. Came right up and jumped to make that pick. Another interception for the bona fide Jim Thorpe Award winner. Stepping right up to Isaiah Bond and taking that ball away. It'll be 1st and 10 for Michigan, already in business. They hand it off to Edwards. He goes outside, and he's going to be taken down by Leona Leafau only for 1 yard. Yeah. This is absolutely going to be a battle between the O-line against the Michigan defense. And so far, the O-line's holding up, but Michigan's pass defense, which has been really suspect for a lot of this tournament, is stepping up in a major way. 2nd and 9. Orgy under pressure, and he's taken down again. Trey Moore. And they're like, hey, if Michigan's pass defense is going to keep having interceptions, we are going to keep sacking the quarterback. They will not pull away in this ball game. We will stay strong until our offense is able to show up in the way that they were in our second game when Texas won 55-47. And that is the end of the first quarter. Instead of skipping, let's just take a look at some stats here. 0 passing yards so far for Michigan. Embarrassing. 50 for Texas. Texas doesn't have a run game. It's strength against strength on defense. And we'll see if anyone is able to break past and just play elite offense to get by these incredible defenses. Alex Orgy on 3rd and 17. It starts right here. He waits, throws short. Oh my God. Jahdae Barron had a pick six in his hands and dropped it. That would have been a game-changing play, but Texas cannot hold on. Instead, they will have to drive the length of the field after this punt from Charlie Menser. There it goes. Oof. Really, really brutal play there for Texas, and now they're just going to have to earn it on offense. Ewers hands it off to Blue. Nothing. He is able to push forward for 3 yards, but that's all he's able to get. 2nd and 7 now for Texas. I mean, they just have to prove that they deserve to be here. They have beaten Michigan on the way, but they've also lost to Michigan when it was on regular sim. But that game was in the Big House. So that has to be taken into account. They push pass outside to Bond, and Bond this time is able to get some space to secure. He lost the ball at the end. That's not a fumble. That cannot be ruled as a fumble. Mason Graham recovers it, but that's not a fumble. Hold on. I'm going to try and challenge that because that's not a fumble. I can't let this game be decided on that. Yeah, we're going to challenge the play. It may result in a timeout being lost, but that is not a fumble. He fully landed on the ground, and then the ball got dislodged. Like, they cannot rule that a fumble. And they don't. Thank goodness. Like, I had to step in there and make that mistake, because we've seen a couple fumbles in this tournament that were incorrect, and I didn't want to step in. But that time in the national championship, I have to step in and fix that, because that was a glitch. So we're going to jump back in. We're going to play one play for Texas here. Just going to be halfback wide zone weak. We have to keep it neutral. Goes to Blue on the outside. He does get some space. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Oopsie. Pressed the wrong button there. Huge run for Jaden Blue, but now we will go back to regular sim. All the blocks were secured. It's 1st and 10 from the 48. Texas gets a huge run play, and of course it's when I'm controlling them, but, you know, I like to think that would have happened regardless of whether I had made that play or not. Now we're back to regular sim. 1st and 10 for Texas. Press coverage at the top of your screen. Ewers gives it to Blue. Blue's going to go up the middle, another big run, and they're starting to find some purchase with this offensive line. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Texas here. Wisner goes to the left side, and he is going to get the first down. A tough run for Quintravion Wisner to get another first down for the Texas Longhorns. So now it's 1st and 10. They just keep marching forward. I had to step in to erase a complete gaffe by the refs. I did not want to give Texas a 3rd turnover. Kneeblack goes in motion and then gets set as a wingback. They do give it off to Blue, and he gets trapped in the backfield. Jayshawn Barham, another tackle for loss. He is playing like a man possessed today. Just getting everything right. He's been studying. They've already played twice. He knows their weaknesses and knows how to exploit them. Great game so far from the Maryland product, Jayshawn Barham. The fake to Blue. Ewers throws deep, and that is knocked out of his hands by Quentin Johnson. Huge play there by the Michigan defensive back. That would have been a huge gain to set up 1st and goal, but instead it gets knocked out of the hands of Amari Kneeblack, and it'll be 3rd and 12 for Texas. They're just barely in field goal range. They would love to get closer, but Michigan's going to try and shut everything down here. Ewers, under pressure, does get the throw away, and it will be caught to pick up 4 crucial yards. Gunnar Helm makes the catch, and now they have a chance at a game-tying field goal for Bert Auburn. He's been suspect from long range. Let's see if he can step up when it really, really matters. Here's the kick from 51 yards away. Snap, hold, kick is good. He nails it from long range, and Bert Auburn. I mean, in real life, he's been so bad from long range that they have a separate kicker for those situations. But he comes through from 51. That would have been good from much, much longer away. That is good to know for the future. But Texas makes a big play. And now we are tied at 3 with 3:50 to go in the first half. Here's the return for Kalel Mellings. He only gets out to the 15-yard line. At this point, I barely need the rosters because we've seen both these teams play so often. But still good to have a backup. Edwards goes to the right side and will only pick up 3 yards there. A whole group of Texas Longhorns there to shut him down. It'll be 2nd and 7. From the 18-yard line, we'll see if they can get their run game going, because that's been a huge aspect of Michigan's success. Those long, methodical drives where they just break down the defense the whole time. Orgy to Edwards. Edwards goes to the right side, and this time he finds some purchase. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 28 for the Michigan Wolverines. This is just a hard-fought battle between two teams that don't have a lot of weaknesses to exploit. Michigan has not really tried the deep passing game. You would love to see them go to it at some point, but they are just trying to get the run game going first. Orgy will try and throw here. He will be sacked again. Alfred Collins gets there for the stop, and this Texas pass rush has been just as dominant as Michigan's pass rush. It's been really admirable to watch as they completely neutralize Michigan, and Michigan's going to have to play as they've made teams play throughout this tournament. They're getting a taste of their own medicine right now, and it is kind of satisfying to watch as a Maryland fan, but hopefully they're able to figure something out so we can get some more entertaining offense in this ball game. Morris goes in motion. Orgy under pressure again. Gets the throw away to the sideline, but it's just I don't think that was a catch. It was a great effort, but I don't think he actually made the catch. So we 3rd and 16 now for Michigan. They really need to get something going on offense. They've had barely anything. Just one short field goal after an interception by Jayshon Barham. They might have to rely on turnovers for more offense from here on out. 3rd and 16. Orgy waits, throws deep. What a catch! What an incredible catch by Tyler Morris. He got leveled after he made that, but he had to turn around, drop down low, make the catch, and then sustain a huge hit from Jahdae Barron. But he's able to secure it. 1st and 10 for Michigan. Orgy throws to the left to be Frederick Moore, and he's going to be brought down for a short gain. That is your 2-minute timeout. Michigan has to go into 2-minute mode now to see if they can survive and move forward to possibly take the lead in this ballgame. And Michigan does receive the second half kickoff, so this drive is huge. 2nd and 9. Orgy under pressure throws the sideline, caught by Frederick Moore again. And that'll make for a much, much easier 3rd down here, 3rd and 5. Orgy's just finding a way. He doesn't have the time to kind of drop back and make the decision to scramble as he usually does. And they're not playing quarterback spy, but this pass rush is the way that they are containing him. 3rd and 5. Orgy throws deep. That is going to be a diving attempt, but Samaj Morgan, their best receiver, drops the ball when it really matters. That's essentially a free timeout for Texas, who gets to get right back onto the field after their best offensive drive of the day to try and make it happen again. 4th and 5 now. There goes the punt. And it is going to drop back and roll into the end zone. Michigan was not able to down it at the 1. It'll be a touchback at the 20 for Texas. Ewers launches deep in the first play, and Gunnerhelm has a huge catch past the 40-yard line. Texas on their way in this hugely consequential national championship game. The first time we're doing this tournament. The first national championship we've seen. And Texas is living up to the billing right now. We're not going to see some super sim shutout. These are two very evenly matched teams who are playing like it. 1st and 10 for Texas from the 42. Ewers throws short. That's going to be knocked out of his hands. Zeke Berry with a big play for Michigan's defense this time. 1:17 to go. Texas gets a free timeout there, but they need to keep moving if they want a shot at a touchdown. 2nd and 10 from the 42 for Quinn Ewers in Texas. Ewers throws short to Jaden Blue, but he only picks up 1 yard. I mean, he's so antsy. He's had a lot of deep balls intercepted today. And he doesn't know if he can trust his receivers to make the play or if Michigan's just going to jump in front of any pass that he throws. This is the kind of anxiety that happens when you play against All-American or Heisman in CFB 25. Ewers all-out blitz, avoids it, but not for long. He will be sacked. Ernest Hausman, Mason Graham, and somebody else there to shut down this drive. And now Michigan will get it back with 2 timeouts and a chance to kick a field goal here. There goes the punt. It'll be returned by Samaj Morgan, but he is not able to get much. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line for the Wolverines. Let's see if Alex Orji can get anything done here in the empty set. Orji throws deep. Does he have a man there? It's knocked away by Malik Muhammad. He had Tyler Morris streaking free on a deep route. He was in double coverage, but it looked like he had a step. It was just a superhuman effort by Malik Muhammad to jump up and swat that ball away. Smartly did not go for the pick. He had just to extend that arm further up to knock that pass away. 2nd and 10. Orji wants to go deep again. Instead, he scrambles out and he'll just run to the 30, up to the 35-yard line. They call their second timeout. And now they're going to have to be really careful. They need a lot more yards here. It'll be 1st and 10. Orji once again in the empty set. He takes the snap. Throws deep. That's going to be caught. Colston Loveland's first real catch of the game. And they call their final timeout. I don't really understand that choice, but it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. They are technically in field goal range, but they need to get closer to give Zvada a better chance. Orji throws to the sideline. It's going to be knocked away. Big play by Jalen Gilbo to knock that pass out. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 42. Texas tried to close down the pocket, but Michigan's O-line made a great play, but Frederick Moore could not hold on to the ball. 2nd and 10 now for the Michigan Wolverines. Orji under pressure again, rolls out, should scramble, and finally, no, he's just going to spike the ball. What is he doing? He was hit right at the end of the play, but that is a sorry effort for Alex Orji when he really needed to scramble just to get some more yards. But I guess that would have been 15 seconds off the clock, and they just want to secure time to try and get one more deep shot here to give Dominic Zvada a better chance. 3rd and 10. Orji rolls right, throws the ball away. It's going to be caught by Colston Loveland. It'll be 4th and 2. And they're going to have to go with a fireman drill play here to get the kicking team on. It'll be a 51-yard attempt for Dominic Zvada. He's already hit from relatively long range today, but this is his longest kick attempt of the ballgame. Zvada from 51 with 3 seconds to go. Snap, hold, kick is no good. Dominic Zvada with a rare mistake. Missing wide left to keep this game at 3-3 going into halftime. You have got to be kidding me. We're going to skip straight to the 3rd quarter here. That's a really shocking miss by Zvada. I really thought he had that one for sure. But instead, they'll get a second chance here. Texas will kick it right back to Michigan. And here we go. The return by Mullings just barely gets past the 10. Great kick coverage by Texas. So that'll be 1st and 10 for Alex Orji. Let's see if Michigan can get something going on offense. They hand it to Edwards. Edwards tries to find a hole. But 88. Barron Sorrell is there to shut that play down. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Michigan. 30 seconds to play. Now they get everybody lined up once again. Orji in the shotgun. He has to try and sustain this or avoid this pass rush as best as he can. Loveland goes in motion. They hand it off to Edwards again. He finds a hole and pushes forward for 6 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 3 for Michigan. Seems like everything has been forgotten. These two clutch offenses have kind of been held to a stalemate by these two fantastic defenses. 3rd and 3 now for Michigan. Orji throws deep. That is going to be dropped. Knocked out of Frederick Moore's hands. Another stop for Texas. Let's see if we can see who made that play. This Michael knows Leona Leafau who got in the way right at the end to force 4th and 3. So here's another punt for Michigan. This is looking like Super Bowl 53, which was played in this building between the Patriots and the Rams. Just zero offense. So here's Texas to see if they can change the narrative and put the Longhorns in the lead. Nieblack goes in motion outside. They hand it to Blue. Blue finds some space to the 40. Jukes inside and falls just short of the first down. Will Johnson making a great play to avoid a first down there. You just have to make every single play you can on defense. These are two very, very talented offenses who can explode at any moment. 2nd and inches from the 44. Bond goes in motion. Ewers hands it off to Blue on the inside, and he gets the first down. Texas keeps churning. They're up to the 45-yard line, but they just have to keep moving forward. If this run game can find some more progress here, that would be a huge boon for this Texas team. It's 1st and 10 from the 45 now. The faked beautiful block by Jaden Blue. And that's the difference between a loss of 5 and a gain of 4. Gunnar Helm with a great catch. Jaden Blue just sticking in to make a fantastic block, avoiding the sack. They have done everything possible to keep Quinn Ewers off the ground. And it's working so far. 2nd and 6 for the Texas offense. No press coverage here. They're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Blue goes through the hole to the 40 to the 35. Spins past the man to the 20. Jaden Blue's best run of the day up to the 14-yard line. Texas is in business. What an incredible run for Jaden Blue. And you love to see it. The line secures the hole. He spins right past Makari Page. And of course, it's Will Johnson there to make the stop. What a run for Jaden Blue. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 14. Texas with a golden opportunity to score a touchdown on this drive. And that could be a game-sealing play in a game where touchdowns have been so hard to come by. They fake it to Blue. Ewers with all the blocking he needs. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown! Matthew Golden makes the difficult catch, and Texas will take a 10-3 lead in the national championship. Beautiful throw. Beautiful catch. Quentin Johnson tried to force it out, but it was kind of an apathetic hit, if we're being honest. Texas making a huge play. It's been Michigan's tournament for almost 60 episodes. Especially after they beat Ohio State and then they beat Notre Dame. They've been in full control, but Texas was in waiting in the South. They finally started expanding their territory. They beat Baylor. They beat Texas A&M in their first game. That was a huge test for them. And then they started beating the teams that mattered. securing the SEC championship, and getting to this spot after losing to Michigan, losing their extra life, and then beating Michigan when it really mattered. Then they got lucky with the wheel. They finally avoided some games with the arrow by securing the right territory. They've earned this spot in the Natty to take on Michigan once again. There goes Donovan Edwards, pushing forward for 4 yards. And Michigan could be ignited here as they're desperate. Second and 6 now for the Michigan Wolverines. Orji drops back under pressure, throws to the sideline. And Morgan made the catch but could not get 1 foot in bounds. Now it's 3rd and 6. And folks, we have reached another one of those consequential third downs that could decide the game. Texas can take control right here if Michigan can't get anything going. 3rd and 6 for the Wolverines. No one's covering Samaj Morgan. Orji under pressure, sideline. Tyler Morris makes the catch. And when they needed him, Tyler Morris showed up once again. I believe he's at over 1,000 yards receiving in this tournament. Another huge play. Texas tried to jump up and knock that play away, but we've seen very few batted balls in this tournament. Taft makes the tackle, tried to force a fumble, but could not do it. 1st and 10 from the 29, Michigan. Finally finding something here. Goes to Edwards. He finds some space. The spin is nullified by Taft, but he picks up 6 yards for 2nd and 4. They're playing Mo Bamba in Atlanta. And this crowd was probably a pretty corporate audience. Probably doesn't appreciate that too much, but it's a big play regardless. 2nd and 4 now. Orji under center. Sends a man in motion. He's going to fake the handoff. Roll out. Throw deep. That is going to be caught by Samaj Morgan. He almost got away from Makuba, but he makes the catch up to the 40. Michigan, for the first time in a while, is in business. But they kind of have to worry about Dominic Zvada, who missed a long field goal earlier. They need to get closer than they would have earlier in this tournament. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 40 for Michigan. They fake it to Edwards. Orji going to run this time. Tries to set the edge, but Michael Taft is there to limit that to a 4-yard gain. And if Taft was not able to make that tackle, he had so much green grass in front of him. It'll be 2nd and 6 now for Michigan. We'll see if they can keep making some big plays as their offense finally finds some legs when they really, really needed it. It goes to Edwards outside. He finally gets some space. Lowers his shoulder right through Gilbo and gets to the 25-yard line. Michigan officially in business. Gilbo's disappointed he couldn't stop his forward motion. The offensive line finally able to beat this very talented Texas D-line, who was able to sack Alex Orji with no restraint. They hand off to Edwards again, and this time Texas's D-line is able to get home. Leona Leafau flies through the blocking to make a tackle for loss. It'll be 2nd and 13. And at some point, Alex Orji will have to make the right decision in tight coverage with red zone passing. He's made so many mistakes in that context, and he can't make one like that now. 2nd and 13. The fake to Mullings. He's under pressure. He's lost the ball. Oh my God. Darion Gillette picks it up. Can the O-line chase him down? No, they cannot. Texas will take a 14-point lead going into the 4th. Oh my goodness. Darion Gillette returns the fumble all the way, and it's looking like Ohio State Notre Dame here. Not Ohio State, no, Ohio State Texas here. That has to feel good for Texas fans who watched that happen to their team. It was 95, I believe, making that play. Alfred Collins forcing the ball loose. Gillette flies the other way, and Texas will take a 17-3 lead here, right when Michigan looked like they were going to tie the game. So, Michigan, who's been capable of scoring fast In every other situation, when their backs were against the wall and it looked like they were going to be eliminated, they've won 20 games for a reason. And they need their offense to step up right here when it matters most. There goes the kickoff. Michigan in danger of losing here. Morris taken down at the 17. And it all comes down to Michigan's offense against Texas's defense. Let's see if the Wolverines can step up in this moment. Orji hands off to Edwards. He gets a little bit of space and pushes forward for 8 yards. Great first run by Edwards. They have the time to make this happen. And we'll see if they can keep this rolling. 2nd and 2 for Michigan. I mean, they're content to let some clock run off, but they need to be careful about that as we keep moving forward. Last play of the third quarter here. Orji looks to the left. Texas looks to be making an all-out blitz here. And here they come. Edwards to the right. He secures the first down, holds onto the football. It'll be 1st and 10 as we go into the fourth quarter. We're going to skip right into it here. 1st and 10 for Alex Orji in Michigan. He's going to take it to the right side. He's got plenty of space to the 40, to the 45, and he's tackled out of bounds. Fantastic run by Alex Orji to cross midfield. He has to take the game into his own hands here. 6:55 to play for Michigan. They're down 14, and they need a touchdown just to stay alive in this ball game. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 49. Orji with press coverage. He could go for a deep ball, but it might be a risk. He drops back, throws short to Edwards. He makes the catch, tries to break the tackle of Michael Taft, but it'll only pick up 3 yards. Yeah, Texas defense, they have shown up in other games against lesser opponents, especially Ole Miss. They haven't really shown up against Michigan, but they are showing up now. And they need another big play to really lock this game away. Orji throws deep, first down. Samaj Morgan's first significant catch of the game gives Michigan a first down inside field goal range, but a field goal does not help here. They need a touchdown. They have to have a touchdown to keep this game on schedule and give them an opportunity to win this ball game. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. It goes to Edwards again, tries to take it to the middle, swings it back. That's Malik Muhammad flying in from the secondary spot to shut that down at only a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 now for Michigan. 5:45 to play. They have just enough time to make this work if they hurry. The fake to Edwards. Orji rolls out, throws deep. It's going to be dropped. I think Malik Muhammad might have gotten his hand on it right at the end there. Samaj Morgan was trying to break free, but that was a superhuman play from Muhammad to knock that pass away. 3rd and 9 for Michigan. This just might be the ball game. They fake it to Edwards. Orji drops back, gets the protection, scrambles forward. He will get the first down. That has been his bread and butter all tournament. And when it really mattered, Texas did not run the quarterback spy. They thought their pass rush could get home and shut it down, as they have all day. But Orji survived. The pass blockers were there, and he found the one hole he needed to get the first down up to the 12. Michigan keeps going. Orji to Edwards. He has some blockers. He falls forward for 3 yards. Makuba's there to make the stop. 2nd and 7 now for Michigan. Under 5 minutes to play in this ball game. They just need to keep making the right decision every single time. They hand off to Mullings and he's shut down. They could not afford to make that play call. A handoff to the backup running back. Anthony Hill Jr. sniffs it out and shuts it down. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 10. And once again, it will have to be Alex Orji, who has both been their savior and the weak link, alternating between plays throughout this tournament for Michigan. Can he be their savior once again? Orji drops back, has extra blockers, throws to the sideline. Touchdown, Michigan. What a catch by Tyler Morris. On the sideline, just holding on, falling down, and making the catch with 4:13 to go. They might review that because it's honestly a pretty suspect catch, but a great effort. Let's take a look at this replay. Didn't step out of bounds. Secured it. I think he got a foot in bounds. I think they're going to say it's a catch. Wow. What an effort. They will booth review it. This is a very important call right here. Michigan already celebrating. They do confirm the touchdown. 17-9. Why are they going for 2? Why are they? This is a huge play. They're going for 2 to try and take the lead with another touchdown. They toss it to Edwards. He gets outside, breaks the tackle, spins. He will not get there. And oh my God, I cannot believe they went for 2. That's a horrible decision. There goes the kick. And it's going to be returned, juked by Golden. And now they're going to have to hit a 2-point conversion to tie the game. That's a bonkers decision. I cannot believe that Steve Sarkisian did that. Ewers throws deep. It's going to be caught by Amari Nieblack up to the 40-yard line, and a field goal wins the game. A field goal essentially ends this ball game unless Michigan gets obscenely lucky coming into the end. Nieblack with a great catch. Will Johnson makes the tackle. It's 1st and 10 from the 40 for Texas here, as they try to secure a national championship. Jaden Blue pushes forward and picks up 5 yards. Makari Page, as they want to make the tackle there for Michigan. And Texas just keeps running the clock. Michigan cannot afford to call their timeouts yet. They have to wait until it gets truly, truly desperate. 2nd and 5 from the 45. Ewers throws deep. It's going to be caught by Helm. And now they're getting closer to field goal range. We've seen Burt Auburn connect from long range before. But more importantly, that's going to run more clock. Texas playing just like Michigan does in these situations. We'll see if they can finish the job here. They are going to clock here. 5 seconds on the play clock. Ewers in the empty set on 1st and 10. Can Josiah Stewart make a big play here? He's running free. They throw to the sideline. And Isaiah Bond is shut down for only 1 yard there. Texas is not going to call their timeout yet. We will go to the final 2 minutes of the Natty right here. Texas still technically not in field goal range. This will be 62 from here. That's a long kick. They're going to run it down, and that is the 2-minute timeout. We have reached the end game in Imperialism. 2 minutes to go. 2 evenly matched teams. It comes down to a defensive stop here from Michigan. This has been the most dominant single unit of any team in the 134 we've seen so far. Blue, up the middle, shut down by the Heisman Trophy winner Mason Graham. Michigan calls their first timeout. And now it'll be 3rd and long. They need to get closer for a good field goal. Although they might try it from here. Who knows? Ewers in the shotgun on 3rd and 9. It all comes down to this. Press coverage on the outside against Isaiah Bond. Ewers waits, throws, caught. He cannot get the first down, but he does get closer for a potential game-winning field goal. This will be a 54-yard kick for Burt Auburn. But they will go for it instead. I cannot believe it. 4th and 2 to essentially win the ball game. Ewers hands it off to Blue. He goes outside. He's stuffed in the backfield by Mason Graham. Michigan still has a chance. I cannot believe that decision. Not letting your kicker decide the game. Empty set, press coverage. Orji waits, hit as he throws. He's sacked by Trey Moore. It'll be 2nd and 16. They can't afford to call their timeout yet, so that's going to be 15 seconds off the clock for Michigan. They have to go 68 yards with only 1 timeout. I cannot believe the coaching decisions in this ballgame. Trey Moore obliterates number 78, takes down Orji before he had to be able to throw the ball. Usually the AIs are able to make more intelligent choices, but the Natty must screw something up here. Everybody's got to run back in for Michigan. 1:25 to play. Orji lines everybody up. He drops back, throws deep. It's going to be caught by Tyler Morris. Texas is going to make more time run off the clock here. Only 1 minute to go. They still need to go 60 yards to tie this game. I cannot believe this game has been this wild. 3rd and 7. Michigan lines everybody up. Empty set once again. Texas trying to get the pass rush going again. Orji, under pressure, throws deep. Does he have a man there? He doesn't. Jahdae Barron with an emphatic swat down, and it's going to come down to 4th and 7. Michigan needs a first down to stay alive, to justify the 20 victories that have brought them here. 51 seconds to go. They need 7 yards to stay alive. Orji with a 4-man pressure. Under pressure. Gets it away. It's going to be dropped. Tyler Morris had it in his hands. It was broken up. Here is the kneel down. Ewers drops down. And the Texas Longhorns are your College Football 25 season-long Imperialism national champions. Texas gets it done. Michigan falls short. They only score 1 touchdown. The two-point conversion ended up not mattering. Texas's defense is able to make the play to secure the natty. Isaiah Bond lifts the trophy, as he should. Darion Gillette is the second guy to get there. That also makes sense. He gets the fumble return touchdown that really put this game out of reach. Bevo's celebrating. Alfred Collins is your player of the game with 2 sacks and a forced fumble that really secured this win for Texas. What a game. Let's X out of these rosters. And there's the incredible Kelvin Banks Jr., who shut down Josiah Stewart all game. Huge reason for Texas winning today. That is your national championship. Let's go to the map one last time. Here we go. There's the color change. In Michigan, you were the front runner. You earned extra lives. You did all that it took to get here. And you just came up short. Your offense, which was your weakness in real life, was finally the thing that doomed you at the very, very end. You earned your spot here, but bye-bye. We got to make a couple more changes here. We got to stay in fill mode to get all these little islands Texas deserves to have. Go. Got to make sure every corner of this map is Texas orange. These are fine. I'm going to track up here and make sure we get this one. And that one. Pop over here for these islands. These little guys in Maine. Can't forget the islands over here in Michigan's territory. And then we got to erase the border. One last border to get rid of here. It's a long one. Oh, shoot, I screwed that up. Yeah, it's fine. Gonna get rid of that. Going up this way. Backtracking over here, getting rid of this long, complicated border. We gotta go over here to get more of it. All the way across. Down this way. Throughout Tennessee and Alabama and Georgia. Down here, this southern border. Between South Carolina and Georgia. There's the last little bloop. And now, we get to make this logo huge. There's been a running joke with this tournament. Texas keeps expanding their territory, but their logo's so wide that we can't really make it all that huge. That is not a problem anymore. We're going to make this thing as big as we possibly can. I think the biggest we can make it is over here. Right there, unless we can like bring it down here. Expand it up here. Yeah. So, this is your final map. It's pretty simple. The Texas Longhorns are the Imperialism national champions after a 5-month series spanning every single team in the FBS. Texas is back and has earned their place as the Imperialism national champion. As for what's next, I'm going to take a pretty significant break from streaming because this has been kind of exhausting. But I think the next thing I'm going to do, right around President's Day weekend, I'm going to reset this map and attempt to do the entire thing in one stream. Whole bunch of super sims. We're going to go as fast as we possibly can, but we're going to try and do 133 games in one day. I don't think it's possible, but I'm going to try and make it happen. And then who knows? We might do some other types of streams later, but I will see y'all when I see you. Congratulations to Texas. Congratulations to Michigan on an incredible run as well. But that is your tournament. Texas wins. And I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.